It has been a whole year.
What's up?
Since we've texted each other.
No, since we read.
Since we've read a text.
Guys, if it's been a year
on
since we
camera.
texted each other, this is about to be a short video. Alright, thanks guys. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up.
This is a five-some. It's a five. What is it? Five
The
qual.
five qual,
Yes.
not five-some.
How have we done 5 of these?
Well, we sat down and we read some texts, and this is the 5th time that we've done it.
Time.
That is how. Are you not going to acknowledge the golden kiwi
Oh, the
behind
golden,
you?
the Fiwi. We brought a little.
Phil does not know how to give a reach around.
And I wanted
You
to be a
say, Stick
weatherman.
it around the front, he'll stick it in the back.
Stop it.
And then everyone at the fivesome is very scared.
We brought a little friend back from New Zealand, mate. That was a bit Australian.
It is metal.
I don't know why I banged him on the ass. I'm sorry. Little
Respect him.
Carl.
No.
Kim.
We'll workshop this, okay? It is not. No, it is
Curtis.
not Carl or Kim or Curtis the Golden Kiwi.
Did you see hashtag Furtis? Because we've been away for 2 weeks, people started to go a bit feral and they started editing Furtis edits.
Oh, great. Dan and Phil just have Christmas.
Yeah.
After going on tour for like 5 solid months, and then people have to replace me.
Suddenly,
I
you've gone.
understand. Right.
You did get a mullet though.
Look who's still with us. Party in the back. I just like it,
It's
you know
thicker.
what I mean?
It's like your regular hair, but a bit sassier.
That's somehow homophobic,
I don't know.
but we're moving on. All right. You're about to witness our most private conversations. Stuff that is not supposed to leak.
It should never see the
in
light
your
of day.
wildest dreams, you could never imagine the scandals and also the memes that we see on Twitter that we text each other.
Dan, like his outfit is black, and I am the blue ones, unlike my outfit. What the hell are you wearing, by the way? This looks like a straight jacket.
If I want to choke myself lightly throughout the day, that is my prerogative.
I mean, you do you.
All right, and we're kicking off the year. It is the 1st of January at 28 past midnight. Dan says to Phil, "Are your eyes okay?"
Wait,
What was that about?
I had a medical issue 28 minutes into the new year.
This is typical Phil.
Phil.
He's like, we've been in this year for 28 minutes, and it's not about me yet.
We had a New Year's Eve party. Maybe
Yes.
some glitter went into my eye.
That
from
would
a party
explain
popper.
it, yeah. Party popper.
Yes.
Not the other kind.
No.
Because you would need to go to hospital. Are you serious?
What did I do?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The email.
You watched Traitors without me.
Did I? I thought you said you were having coffee on your own.
Betrayal.
Oh, I thought you'd already seen it. That's why.
When you're
No.
watching a show with someone, you do not watch the show without the person.
I became the traitor.
Geeseball,
Meesfall.
feel, question mark.
6.5. I think I was ill.
Oh.
And now we've come full
You are
circle.
having your January attention-seeking illness. What the f*** does geeseball mean?
I don't know. I'm just imagining a ball of geese. Got some sassy Anne emojis here. I need to change the hair on mine.
Look at that
Who
freaking
is he?
soldier. Look at Barry Bootcamp there.
I know.
You look so hauntingly NPC.
He was a
I feel
different
like
guy.
only emo hair Phil and blonde Phil have existed. The guy in the middle was just like a collective fever dream.
He was
Those years
someone
didn't
else.
happen. Hungry.
Yeah.
Blanc, come upstairs and say, I'm hungry.
This is classic Dan awkwardness, where someone's in our house and he's like,
I don't want to say if I'm hungry or not.
We need to stage a fake scenario
Yes.
where you come upstairs and go, I'm hungry.
What's wrong with you?
Great idea, Phil. Let's all get food. I don't understand. How can I be confident enough to walk into a room with 5,000 people
Yes.
and have no plan and be like, all right, I'm just going to be funny for an hour. And then I'll be in a room with 3 people and I'm like, I can't assert my needs.
Can't say it.
Regular Canadian. Ale.
is that what we ordered? Oh my god. It must be a pizza.
Is that a red wine?
I don't know.
Phil, that's an expensive f***ing
Oh my
pizza.
God.
What the hell? Am I going to get put on a watch list for Googling this? It's a red wine.
It's a
Guys,
red wine.
it's a red wine. The level of awkwardness is now extreme.
What is wrong with you this year? Are you still in a meeting?
I was in a Zoom chat with a guy that was trying to give us a business proposal, and I was
Maybe.
like, well, that's really great. Yes, and then I was texting Phil like, help, quickly, like, say that the house is
Just
on
call
fire.
and say
that
something's
you've
burning.
died. On my way back, my left eustachian tube is congested. I may have viscous mucus in my sinus.
Oh no, why is it doing that?
No real reason. It's too thin.
You went to a docked ear.
Where? Sent with Siri.
Oh.
Camp.
How lazy.
Dramatic. Theatrical.
Text me with your hands.
I was on the go.
Where? Just gone to post box.
What the f*** were we talking about?
I was going to post something. You were scared because I disappeared.
Oh, where did Phil go?
where is my
I've gone
friend?
to post a letter. Oh, here we go. I sent you a perfectly cut scream. Dad didn't expect that.
I'm ready.
Your cup is about to run it over.
Oh,
Oh
God.
boy.
Stop. Stop,
Now
child.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
How? When?
8:30 arrival.
Guys, the cow is
Cow.
coming.
What is the cow? I guess we'll never know.
Gorb.
Twine.
This is what I got Phil for his birthday.
Yes.
Look, the man loves a crisp.
This was a great gift. Freaking paint can of batatas fritas.
It was like this. Look at that guy.
And I munched the whole thing.
That lasted about 20 minutes.
Spoonbill.
Chunk.
Brew.
You brew. I am in zone.
Can you translate this? He's on a computer zone, and we're talking about who's going to brew a coffee.
I wanted a coffee. Phil said you make it, and I said you make it. I'm busy. Did you get
Okay.
it? Okay, you passed.
Dan and Phillies, level 1.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, we're choosing
We have
thumbnails.
3 Phil thumbnails. Good. Maybe one with confessions, or is text boomer? It's a bit pink. If you cab.
I feel like text is boomer.
CBA. Okay.
Text is boomer.
I feel, yeah.
What about when I say gay and put a massive arrow towards my face?
When did you do that?
On my coming out video.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You wrote the word gay on your...
Yeah, it's really bad. Look at it. I looked at it the other day. I was like, why did I do this?
Wait, what?
Should I change it? I should change it.
And the text is white.
Oh no.
This is
Gay.
Wow, Phil.
That was a choice.
Oh my god.
Jam or mom?
Warm. Nom.
Peen? What was peen? Oh, peanut butter. Jam or
Oh.
marmalade? You're saying not neither. So I'm like, do you want peanut butter? There we go.
Obviously.
Dan and Phil ease level 2.
You're half tech.
Arrow question mark.
Teeth in your food. Food in teeth.
Were you okay?
Phil, you had food in your teeth. I was just trying to help.
I guess it was urgent.
It was in such a rush. I typed, you have tech.
Tech?
What the hell is this?
I sent you a chair.
At 1:45 in the morning.
Yes.
It is the pen chair. Text me murder.
What the frick is that?
What social situation did I need Phil to get me out of
I
now?
don't know. What is wrong with you?
What possible scenario could it be? We're like, Phil,
Text
it's
me.
1:45 in the morning. Text me the word murder.
Text me murder.
Okay, it's a guy. He's parking his. Whoa.
Ooh. See, we need this. I want this.
It's £1,000.
What?
Sorry,
That's
Phil.
why.
I don't. Okay.
Need a new coat.
No, you absolutely don't. I swear to God.
What?
I am dead serious. You literally have 10 coats, you serial killer.
Look.
Phil, every 2 weeks will be like, I don't have any coats. I'm just
just
going to buy a new coat.
There's lots of moods and themes for a coat, and I don't think I've nailed all of them.
You don't go outside.
Ooh,
oh,
it's the
God,
steamy
not
Sims
this.
thumbnail. Too busy or better?
Maybe heart instead of plum on above dab, or as if it's censoring the penis.
Oh.
This video got demonetized. Oh my God, look at that floral display.
That was my reaction. You got so many flowers.
Wait, I did my We're All Doomed performance last year.
Yep.
That feels like 20 years ago. What the actual hell?
Time is not real. We've done a whole other tour since then.
Look at that bouquet.
Oh.
Thank you to all of the lovely people that did that. Isn't
Later,
that cute?
he was ravaged by bees.
Slits out sticks.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
We are brainstorming a title for a golf
We're
video.
naming a Dan and Phil golf video.
Yes.
Alright, okay. Bumping balls.
Bouncy balls, as bouncy ball is a thing.
Wide slits and golf sticks.
No wide slits. Oh my god.
Bumping each other's balls.
Demon.
What did we end up
What did
calling
we
that
call
video?
it?
Oh, we called it Golf with Slits.
That's pretty
Phil, I
tame.
can't believe you didn't let me call the video Slits Out, Sticks Out.
I think we know why. I sent you this from Reddit Lies.
Happening right now.
And also this.
911, what's your emergency?
I got stabbed. You know what? Sure, Peggle, make phone calls. Who gives a shit anymore?
Allow Peggle Blast to make phone calls. Peggle,
Yes.
goated game.
We should do Dan versus Phil Peggle.
They're not ready for Peggle.
Peggle.
How are these two images back to back?
I don't know.
Okay, behind the scenes, Dan and Phil crafts sacrifice.
And
That
giant rodent.
Hell yeah, that thing is wise.
It is.
That thing's got the Totoro body shape.
I feel like it needs to give us
Look
some
how
advice.
serene that looks.
PJ and Sophie helped us create something
The
truly
best analog horror
unique.
of 2024.
Yes, we rented out a whole ass witch cabin.
Do you think it was too scary?
Maybe. Maybe it was. Very painful.
Man put mystery extreme drop in my eye and it stopped the pain. Oh my god, the day that my eyes
your
fell out.
eyes fell out.
In case you didn't know, I woke up one day in an extreme amount of eye pain and I had to go to the hospital. The funny part of this story is I couldn't see and Phil sent me to the hospital by myself and I had to cross the street.
You deteriorated in the taxi. You were fine when I sent you.
I was like Hans Mole Man, like going, "Ooh!"
Anyway.
I did not want to make a scene socially. And you know when they're like, where do you describe the pain? Phil was like, you have to tell them you're in an extreme amount of pain. Because I would have been like, I'm fine.
Whenever Dan talks to a doctor, he's like, yeah, it's not that bad.
Is this an emergency? I mean, both of my arms fell off, but
It's
I'll
alright.
be okay.
I think you just fondled one of our rare plants and then touched your
I
eye.
think that probably happened.
Another strong contender for an animal.
The ideal body type.
I want that in my house.
Need OTP. Are you here?
One sec.
I'm in a blizzard with my gloves off.
Dan went on a ski trip. I did not go.
Okay, so my family didn't have money, so I am not a person that skied. And
Yes.
someone was like, let's go skiing. How hard can it be? Turns out, terrifying.
Yeah.
I fell over 4 times at high speed. Traumatic. You would hate it. How's your day?
Exactly. This would have been my death. I was like, Dan, if you're going to go try skiing, I'm going to let you assess.
Well, Phil was
if
like,
I would
maybe
like
I'd
it.
like skiing. I'm like, I think you'd like the aesthetic of it and the eating and the drinking.
Yes.
But the accelerating fast on something icy, I just, respectfully, I don't think it's for Phil. Was it for me?
No.
No.
There's a man fixing the front door, so don't come out in a towel. Acknowledge. Dan was having a shower.
All right.
He has a
And
tendency to
you
just
were trying to
swan
give me a heads
around.
up. Did I acknowledge?
No, the man saw you in a towel.
He saw the ditties.
He did.
Liked it. Geese.
Teeth.
Next day. What
Look
in the
at
land
that.
is that?
That was a crow. What was it? A crow.
What was it a combination of? It was some stupid
It was a
TikTok thing.
crone, an ice cream cone made out of croissant.
Oh. The lesbians here are like, I'd love to eat out a crone.
Mm.
What the f***?
Dan has developed.
What the
And he-
homophobic
Look.
f***ing is this picture?
Dan has developed a new scrolling face where his teeth stick out.
Look, I'm doing a jaw stretch. So if I'm
Right.
sat there, I'll just go like,
I'll just look at him and he's like, oh, it's me selecting the shade of the flonde.
oh, the milkshake shades.
I think I went for PO2 in the end.
Oh my god.
If you want to match my
Yeah,
swag.
pee on him. What the? Okay, I was cold, and then you hit me with the f***ed up Timothy Chalamet waxwork.
That is very...
That's the last thing you see before you die.
It's like he's mewed a bit too hard, I feel. Blonde.
The flonde era set. The first one is a better angle for sure.
Yeah.
The bottom one looks a bit like a guy making his first Bumble profile.
I'm so glad I chose the first one. Someone you know is gay. Someone you know is bi. Someone you know is a Dan and Phil fan. Someone you know is transgender. Maybe even someone you love. Think before you speak. Hat. Oh my god, what the hell is that? What is that?
It's a dog. What do you mean?
Can you not see the scary face?
Where?
Like, here's the eyes. There's the nose. There's like the screaming mouth. There's like a bald child.
Phil, I'm looking at a picture of a Labrador.
wait, look. Here's a nose. Like that highlight is the nose.
Oh my god! Ah! It's a bald clown!
Exactly.
With a beast's body and arms!
Results are an active bleed in the
Oh
bum.
my god,
No.
when Phil nearly died. Okay, this was
Great.
fun, wasn't it? Yep.
They need to do a general anaesthetic investigation at 9 a.m. to hopefully sew it up or whatever.
I am unpleased with this situation. Was this after they brought you back from the dead? And
Yes.
then they strapped you to a bed and tilted you backwards at a 15-degree angle?
Yeah, I've never had so
that
much
the
blood in my brain.
would flow into your brain.
Instead of out of my butt.
Isn't that a torture method?
Maybe. I got my slut toast.
Yes!
Cold hotel bread and butter ideal, worth almost dying.
The peak of human culture and culinary joy
Yes.
is just a piece of buttered toast.
Everyone
You know
goes
what I
through
mean?
a buttered toast phase. At least once a year.
It's not a phase, mum.
A doctor said I look like Machine Gun Kelly.
Jump out of the window.
Oh my god. Beam
Kick
down a
him
bit.
while he's down. Oh my
I get called
god.
your dad.
I'm nice and supportive as well.
I get called Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh my god. What the hell is that?
It's a
the Japanese snow fairy.
Tennis ball with eyes.
Shut up.
Every time you do a horse goes into surgery awake.
Awake.
Oh my god. Actually, what was that?
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna die in the next 10 seconds.
What? Roblox? We'll
never know.
We don't
We'll
know.
never know.
Oh my
A
god.
Polaroid of Dan and Phil and the horse meme.
I might have stolen that
Can
from
you tell the
Twitter.
difference? Oh my god. Okay.
If you know, you know.
Dan and Phil's 2024/5 tour may or may not include some high quality fetish gear silicone products.
Yes.
Context makes it worse,
It
honestly.
does, it really does.
This thing. Okay.
Dan, like, you always order the most extra drink.
We went for dinner at the Shard,
Shard.
and they had a cocktail on the menu, and then they brought it in a plastic shard. And we were so excited to see what it does, and then they're like, oh no, now you have to take your own cocktail out.
Yeah.
And now we're going to take it away.
That was it.
I wanted a 19-litre cocktail that was as big as that whole thing. That's gonna look bad out
Stop
of
it.
context.
This was almost my passport photo. Imagine
you
that.
could have served, Phil.
I could have served so hard.
Why did you say no?
They said my hair was covering my eyebrows and I wasn't allowed to use it.
Oh, yeah. Those
Look at that.
eyebrows are concealed.
Oh
no
my
one's
God.
ever gonna see those eyebrows. Can you research nude male underwear?
No! I'm on a train. That is awkward. See,
Look.
time and a place.
Oh, God.
Another thing, are we going to give context here?
This is also a part of Dan and Phil present Terrible Influence.
Not the jockstrap. You can go with that one.
Hey.
Hey! Oh my god, we're on tour now.
All right, what
We're
did
in-
Dan and Phil text each other when their aunt roared?
And the first thing I texted you was from Poland. What?
Why are you Slav squatting outside a
I-
pharmacy?
I don't know. And we're on that tour right now.
Oh my God.
If you want to come and see us, there's a few
Bitch
tickets
is
left.
sold out, okay? Glasgow, Amsterdam, Reykjavik. That's it. Come see us.
That's where we've got tickets left.
Or regret it forever. But don't worry. We've got something to keep all of you internet people in the loop soon.
Yeah.
Don't know why I'm winking. It's quite obvious what we're doing.
I'm
It's the same
blinking.
thing I did with my
I'm
last
blink
one.
shop, damn it.
If the toilets faced each other, take a photo.
That sounds kinky and weird.
Sent with Siri. Where the is Dan power walking? And then he
Yeah.
goes to Phil. If the toilets faced each other, take a photo.
I was in one of those restaurants with a kinky bathroom. And this was particularly so because there was toilets in the same room as each other.
And for reasons we can't explain, we needed a photo of two toilets facing each other.
Yes.
Okay. Phil, what the
I don't know. I don't know. We just left in a taxi.
I'm literally shaking, LMAO. What the I'm now getting in a taxi. Can you turn around?
We've driven for about 9 minutes.
Oh my god, this is when we were getting our American visas and we stood in the rain
Yes.
for 3 hours at 6 a.m.
And-
And then when we were done, Phil left without me.
I was like, I'm out.
Can I have a single Cheeto?
This is when Dan is gaming and he's just like, I just
Doing
have to
hell divers with the boys.
feed it to you like a horse. Oh my god, the best day of my life.
Holy shit.
Can
I
you
forgot
believe
about that.
Whenever I need a boost of serotonin, I just think
you
about this moment.
imagine?
And it was such a Phil word as well.
I'd retire from life.
Cloud. I don't use it every time. I just looked at a cloud.
I use the word adieu because I'm eccentric.
Okay.
And also it has loads of vowels in it.
Sure.
Phil just goes, what 5-letter word am I feeling this morning? And then one morning he just went, cloud.
And look at me. Look at me now. Very, very annoying guy next to me, but thankfully he's gone to the bar and my charged headphones cancel him out.
Lol, what's his quirk?
He's loud and northern and doesn't watch film, so he's just chatting loudly to his friend across the aisle.
Phil was on a plane and there was a guy that was just talking for the entire
He was
flight
so
to
annoying.
America.
He was so annoying.
9 hours.
He was like, I'm not someone that watches films. I'm just going to talk to the plane.
oh god.
Mine glows.
Yeah, same.
We have no balls on. What glows? Oh, we're talking about our bunks. There's like glowing light above the beds.
Oh, my bunk glows.
Not your
Is that like a
penis.
horrible gay euphemism? I have a glowing bunk. Sorry to be annoying, but could we move to one of the ground floor dressing rooms? There's constructing scaffolding outside and people keep walking up and down, which isn't very private.
Okay, Diva Beyonce, Nicki Minaj.
Someone was like, here's your dressing room, Dan and Phil, and it just had a window looking out to a construction site, and
They
once
kept
this
looking
man
in.
just went,
All right,
I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
I didn't bring any clothes.
Oh, typical going to a shower at a theatre.
After a show, I'm gonna hop in the shower right now and rip off all my clothes. I'd have a shower. I'd come out of the shower and be like, I forgot to bring new clothes to get changed into, and I forgot this isn't my house.
And there's
I
nothing
cannot just
there.
walk towel ditties out into the man that's fixing the door. This is a theatre that multiple people work at, and they
Yeah.
don't want to see my ass.
The big thing you did was no towel, like 3 times. You'd be like, I don't have a towel.
I was just excited to have a shower. You know
right.
what I mean, guys?
I can hear your roller coaster video.
Sorry.
This is... Right, Dan's got a hyperfixation on roller coasters at the moment. I could hear him on his tour bunk with some guy going,
Hi, this is Roller Coaster 73.
Let me live.
And I'm going to tell you about the speed
I've been working
of
very hard,
King
very
Dakar.
stressed, very tired.
And
I
we're going
need
to
to
look
just
at the air time.
Speaking of roller coasters, not going on Falcon.
Why?
Too much scare.
Do it, you spring chicken.
This freaking thing at Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Top drop tower. Not only is it 300 foot in the air, but when it gets to the top, it tilts you back so you're forced to look down.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was actually dying.
Phil got peer pressured into doing it.
I hated it.
And afterwards, everyone was like, we did it, that was fun, right?
And I was like,
Phil just goes, no.
I actually cried a little bit out of sheer shock.
Does it clap?
Your ass?
The fucking drink, you dink.
Why
You
would
ordered a
drink
drink
clap?
and I was like, is it clapping?
Who says that?
Just,
you
you
need
know,
does it
it's-
slap? What does it clap? I don't even understand you. The drink was so good it made my ass clap. There we go.
Exactly.
Are you okay? Oh my god, oh, it's this. In the middle of the night, Dan fell out of his tour bunk.
Some friend left the light on in the bunk underneath my bunk, and I was trying to sleep at 2 a.m. and I was like, where's this light peeping through this crack in the wall? So I was like, can I reach with my arm under my bunk into this empty bunk
No,
and
he's
turn
got
it
the reach
off?
around.
I tried. I drastically underestimated how far I had to reach, and I rolled out of the middle bunk, and I fell 6 foot onto the floor with my ass.
It was the loudest noise. Heard like the slap of his skin and the crash of the bus.
And I was like, please don't say I woke anyone up. Please don't. And then 3 people all opened
I
their
was
bunks
like,
and then just
what
looked
the
down.
hell was that?
And then I am sat there like,
Your ass was
like
out.
a fetus.
Your boxes had come down. Your ass was out, and you were just like flopping around on the floor.
My lowest moment.
It was so bad.
And it hurt. And then Phil texted me afterwards.
Are you okay? What the
I felt like a whale falling from space onto concrete.
Did you hurt yourself?
Yes, but mainly shame.
R.I.P.
Ah, she blows.
Blowing what? I don't know what this was about.
Nope, 7 hours later.
D?
And then 2 hours later. Ip.
Abacus. What? No, we need to be studied by a science.
I just think the premise of this series is people are so excited to know the tea of what we actually text each
And
other.
you get this
and
shit.
the crushing truth. This is what we text each other. It sounds like porn.
I'm watching a guy build an igloo.
Is he the igloo or
I have no idea what this was. He was picking up the bricks.
He was heaving and panting, okay? And I was like, Phil, do you need to connect your AirPods? Because
Maybe.
I think people can hear this.
Oh.
Phil, in Vegas, after the tour, we spent a day in Vegas just to have some fun before we
Yeah.
went to Australia, and Phil sees the most beautiful thing he's ever seen in his life, a golden pig themed slot machine.
It was a weirdly sexy
And what did
pig.
Phil do? He won loads of money,
I did-
obviously.
of course
'cause
I did.
Phil has got plot armor. What are you really thinking? Don't let me look stupid.
Just giving you an in if you wanted to change, but felt orc.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember this. I was in Australia
Yes.
getting my hair cut and I just got the mullet for the first time.
I was trying to be a helpful friend, right?
I was about to finish having my hair cut and then unprompted Phil just goes,
Do you think it needs to be a bit shorter, maybe?
okay, so if someone says that to you, what do you think? I think that's like, you look stupid, right?
No.
So I don't want to say that, so I get out my phone and I just text Phil, who's sat right behind me, and I go, what are you really thinking? Don't let me look stupid.
I was just trying to give you an in. It's less awkward if you're like, oh, maybe, yeah, Phil.
That's it.
Maybe a bit shorter.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then here we are.
She's beautiful. This was the best text of the year for me, I would say.
The croissants are secured. I repeat, the croissants are secured. Set up the house.
Dan queued for 20 minutes to get these fancy croissants.
Look at this. There is Loon
Loon.
Croissanterie in Melbourne that is next to Loewe. You know that your f***ing pastries are slapping if they're next to that, and they were amazing
They were
croissants. What can I
incredible.
say?
For to the factus.
She's feeling the muss.
What?
The Christ.
What?
The Christmas cactus flowered.
For baby Jesus. It's the first time it's flowered, by the way. I'm very
We
happy.
came back from tour, and Phil immediately got COVID. It was the worst Christmas
Look,
ever.
I've been ill. I didn't even get to go home for Christmas.
Everyone's like, Dan and Phil, why haven't you, tweeted? Because we've been dying for 2 weeks, okay?
Yeah, I had COVID, I got over that, and then I got food poisoning, I got over that,
Oh
and
my
then
god,
I got,
you got that. I forgot about the food poisoning.
Yeah.
Can you get a grip?
and then I got laryngitis.
This is the thing, when you're on tour, you are running on adrenaline. There is so little sleep. It is every single day, go, go, go. The moment you get home,
Yes.
it's like your body has got this cue of vulnerability, and the moment you sit down and take that first deep breath, your body goes BAM! 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 5:43 a.m.
Oh, this was me jet lag checking if you were also awake. You were not.
3 hours later.
You
Hello? Bitch, I was in a coma. I don't know if I let the guy in. Can you wait by the thing?
Yes.
Things that Dan and Phil say at the fivesome. Doorbell, I'm thinking that
It was
meant.
almost a
Okay.
sixsome. I sent you this on Christmas Eve.
This is how you set the tone on Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas, Dan.
Your package came in the mail.
And there we go, another year
A
gone
year
by.
in the world of Dan and Phil.
And
God.
I'd say we became even more unhinged.
No, I think
if
we got slightly
possible.
less unhinged because we were busy, so we had something to do. Less us just texting each other 6 foot apart in the house.
Yes.
You know?
What will 2025 hold?
The end. I will finally block Phil.
This has been a varied year.
It's
been fun.
we've really lived life
We've been
this
on
year.
tour. I became Flond, you became Dullet. It all went off. 2025 has a strong ring to it, though.
I think we are in a very interesting time here in the world of Dan and Phil, because I think that new eras, big changes, big questions.
Oh. And if you want more Dan and Phil, we've got a whole ass gaming
If
channel.
you have not caught
Gaming.
up on... Yeah, it's not really a gaming channel, it's just Dan and Phil goofing around. Non-stop bangers.
Yes.
If you want to throw your life into a hole where you just laugh and lose brain cells, binge that
If you want to be the Jop to our Joan, subscribe to the channel, give us a like.
Boom! We've earned it.
We've earned it.
Been through a lot. Thank you for watching.
Ding
we hope
the
that this has
bell.
brought you joy. See you next year.
Bye.